So I saw this cartoon today, which really captures the world that we live in. It depicts Donald Trump. He's in a bulldozer. The caption reads, "When you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything." And he's bulldozing America. You can see it destroying everything. And this also refers to what's going on at the White House. They're just bulldozing the East Wing. It is a very frustrating time right now in USA, but I just want to tell you that you are not alone. There are people standing up and opposing this, because the question people are asking is like, how can you just let this guy do this? What you have to do is resist them, right? So right now, for example, Trump orders East Wing demolition for $300 million, White House Ballroom. And Gavin Newsom is tweeting out here, the governor of California, Donald Trump doesn't want you to see this picture. He's literally destroying the White House. Trump people have been trying to hide these images because it's terrible. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. It's wildly unpopular in USA. So, don't think that you're the only one who cares about this stuff. A lot of people care, right? Right? Trump did what bin Laden could not do. The whole thing is absolutely and crazy, right? And as this person was saying, right, just imagine if Obama tried to do this kind of crap. I want to go over everything, and I know it's hard to go through everything. And again, I just want to say, you guys, you're not alone. You're in the right place. We have a great community to share these things, because it just feels like why isn't anyone standing up, right? Why isn't anyone saying anything? Well, they are. And also, there's a fight over healthcare. Listen to this.
Healthcare is at the center of this government shutdown.
Democrats holding out for an extension of expiring Obamacare tax credits to prevent insurance premiums from skyrocketing.
Americans are expected to see those impacts when open enrollment begins in November.
At this moment in time, of course, the ballroom is really the president's main priority.
Right. And so that's what Trump is doing. He wants to destroy things. He wants to put money into his pocket while regular people are suffering. And it's important to talk about this stuff in a real way. This is Gavin Newsom calling out the Trump effect. Our debt is skyrocketing. Trump wants to start wars with Venezuela. We keep destroying ships, or boats, I should say, is a better word, killing people. The money's just flying out the door while the government is shut down. And Trump's refusing to talk. The basic fight over it, and I've told you guys several times, is it's about healthcare and what's going to happen to all the people who are going to lose subsidies that they need. Otherwise, they basically won't be able to afford it. And we went over the cost before. It is absolutely outrageous how much this stuff costs, and it affects real people, right? And the Trump people try to act like everything's going to be fine, but people are literally getting letters in the mail right now of what your costs are going to be going into next year. And what are we? I'm October 23rd. You may watch this October 24th. The time is running out to where the Trump people and the Republicans can't hide it anymore, right? So there's Amy Klobuchar, and they keep hammering Karen Levitt because they're just talking about, this is Karen Levitt people are talking about how the ballroom is their priority. You also have this. This is actually, I think, Chicago. And the Trump ICE people are arresting. It was a speaker. It says ICE detains multiple U.S. citizens in Chicago, including chief of staff for the 22nd Ward alderman. So watch how they arrest people, and you can see they're completely untrained. Just watch.
Not resisting. You're under arrest for making the threat. I never said a threat. I never said anything. I never said anything. I never said anything.
So you got her, man. Hey.
I want you to let me go.
Let's go. You can record. Let's back up. Thank you.
I will if you let me go. Not resisting.
You're under arrest.
And you can see what's going on there. This is in Chicago. This is Trump's America. It's outrageous. It's sickening. I don't know what else to say. All I can do is just show you guys what's happening. You need to see it. You need to see all of it as you can, and don't deny it. And then you got Trump. He's bragging about his ballroom. That's why you have to show these things. Like this is the two different worlds. Trump's lives his weird fantasy world. He'll make these claims that we don't have to pay for it. It's not true though. It's not true. After the thing goes in, they're going to have to staff it, have to pay for the power, electricity, right? This is going to be part of the tax money to support his thing here. Let's see what he has to say.
the ballroom. I think there'll be nothing like it. And it's being paid for 100% by me and some friends of mine, donors to it. The government's paying absolutely nothing. We're also working with the military on it because they want to make sure everything's perfect. And the military is very much involved in this. They want to make sure everything is absolutely beautiful. You can see
that's the lie right there. Like, if you're working with the military, who do you think pays the military? Right? I mean, you can literally just spot the lies so quickly. It's so obvious with this stuff. He's like, oh, well, you're not going to pay for it. Well, you're working with the military. You just said so. Plus, we know just to maintain the thing, it's going to take a lot of money to maintain his stupid ballroom. And I told you guys several times, the way that he's doing it is you're not involving, because like if you're really a leader and you're going to listen to your constituents, listen to the voters, you involve everyone and do it through proper procedures. But that's not how Trump does things. I want to make that really clear. He's just all in like wake ups one day. Oh, someone offered me money to put money in my pocket, and it looks like that he's taking crypto money to pardon people now, be it Russ Ulbricht or the CZ, right, the Binance guy. Listen to this kind of stuff. It's wild. Here's Kathy Hocho says Donald Trump would rather build his fancy ballroom than lower healthcare costs for your family. I mean, you can see it. That's his priorities. He's like just talking about ballroom this, ballroom that. This was something that, and I always tell you the truth on this stuff. You never know for sure what the ICE people are doing, okay? So this person's making the case that ICE changes their license plates every day. Do I know if it's true? I don't know. I'll show you what the video says, and you guys can make up your own mind. Listen.
You on there?
Don't follow me. You can record all you want.
I am.
Change plates out every day.
Oh, I don't care.
So he's like, you can record all you want. We change plates every day. They might. That's what one person says. But I always tell you the truth in this stuff. Like this is what it is. That's what they say. And that's the best way to describe it. And we'll talk about what we think. Then you have like these right-wing accounts, and they're celebrating open corruption here. Trump is saying he got a check for $130 million, and it feels like this may be the Binance guy and why he got the pardon. But listen to Trump would talk about this.
And a friend of mine, talking about donors, a friend of mine, a man that's great. I'm not going to use his name unless he lets me do it. Susie can tell you about this, but he called us the other day and he said, I'd like to contribute any shortfall you have because of the Democrat shutdown. I'd like to personally contribute any shortfall you have with the military, because I love the military and I love the country. And any shortfall, if there's a shortfall, I'll contribute it. And today he sent us a check for $130 million. Can you share who that is? I would love to tell you. He doesn't really want the recognition, if you want to know the truth. But he gave us a check for $130 million. And that's going to go to which was sort of a shortfall, yeah. And it's going to go to the military, yeah.
And what's your message?
Did you see Hakes' face there? So, right, that was Hakes'. So $130 million. Are we admitting open bribery? Is that what we're doing? Are we privatizing our military? What are we doing here? Right? Is this Elon Musk? Is this CZ? Right, the Binance guy? I really don't know. And there was a question about it. Right? Listen.
Mr. President Trump, today you pardoned the founder of Binance. Can you explain why you chose to pardon him, and did it have anything to do with his involvement in your family's, the founder of Binance? He has an involvement in your own family's crypto business.
I believe we're talking about the separate, because I do pardon a lot of people. I don't know. He was recommended by a lot of people. A lot of people say that, are you talking about the crypto person?
Yes.
A lot of people say that he wasn't guilty of anything. He served 4 months in jail. They say that he was not guilty of anything. That what he did, well, you don't know much about crypto. You know nothing about nothing. You're fake news. But let me just tell you that he was somebody that, as I was told, I don't know. I don't believe I've ever met him. But I've been told a lot of support. He had a lot of support. And they said that what he did is not even a crime. It wasn't a crime, that he was persecuted by the Biden administration. And so I gave him a pardon at the request of a lot of very good people.
So you can hear it for yourself. He gave a pardon request a lot of he calls good people, but basically, what you're seeing here is just open corruption. Oh, well, other people told me, my handlers told me, right? My master told me you need to go pardon said person. Oh, I saw a bunch of money appear in my bank account, and then it's like, oh, well, all I have to do is pardon that said person. Like, they're admitting this stuff. It's absolutely insane, and you're going to see a lot of repercussions, even if say for example, right now, let's say you can't go after Trump at the moment because he's in office with the whole Supreme Court protection, but what about all the people surrounding him, right? And there's going to be a stain. I'm telling you, there's going to be a stain on you and your career. If you're watching this, and you're part of the Trump people, there's going to be a stain on you forever. Your family do not want to be involved with this stuff. They're admitting open corruption. You do not know where this money is coming from, and you do not want to be a part of this stuff. You're destroying yourself. You're destroying the country. I just want to make this clear and understand that there are a lot of people fighting back here. Here's Chuck Schumer. Listen what he has to say.
The American people are suffering in the greatest healthcare crisis we faced in decades. And what is Donald Trump focused on? Destroying the East Wing of the White House, which these two men built. It's another ego project for Donald Trump. He wants to feed his enormous ego.
Then we're talking about starting wars, and Trump's like saying he can just kill whoever he wants. Is that what it is now?
Mr. President, if you are declaring war against these cartels and Congress is likely to approve of that process, why not just ask for a declaration of war?
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them. You know, they're going to be like dead. Okay? Yeah.
The idea that, okay, well, we don't need Congress. We're just going to kill people like dead. It's getting worse, guys. Seriously, it's getting worse. And this is why with any of this stuff, you want due process. You want to go through proper channels. You want to, you just don't want to ignore the voters or the Congress. I've seen Trump do a lot of things, but it's getting worse. And the whole destroying the White House thing is really that's why I showed you the first cartoon in the beginning is really hopefully the breaking point to where his supporters will just leave him. And then you have the healthcare situation, you have the farmers. It just goes on. And then this is an interesting one they ask him, because you want to talk about this stuff about what's going on with why are we just killing people? Listen to what he says.
On the drug boats, sir, has there been any discussion about capturing one so that you can show the amount of narcotics?
Everything about them, yeah.
Some alleged smugglers have survived some of these recent strikes and been sent back to their home country. If they're terrorists, why not just arrest and detain them?
Go ahead.
2 points on that. First, when I served in Iraq in 2005 and 2006, we used to, instead of a gallows humor way, talk about the Iraqi catch and release program. The reality that we would catch a lot of people, hand them over, and then they would be recycled back through, and we'd have to recapture them or attack them again. And that's why changing the dynamic and actually taking kinetic strikes on these boats ought change the psychology of these foreign terrorist organizations. To those two that survived the shot on the semi-submersible, think again, compared to Iraq and Afghanistan, the vast majority of people that we captured on the battlefield, we handed over to the home country. Did we always like how it shaped out? Sometimes we did, sometimes we did not. But 99% would go to the Afghan authorities or the Iraqi authorities. So in this case, those two, they were treated by American medics.
I don't know. These guys are so full of crap. They're so full of crap. It's obvious. We're going around Congress. We're spending money on these things. We're killing people. And then the question was like, okay, so why don't we just question it? If they don't show us any evidence of this stuff. That's why you always have to understand when anything that they say, just understand it's alleged, right? We don't know. And I also want to tell you as well. This is what real leaders are up to. This is Governor Newsom in California. While Trump keeps his government shut down, threatening life-saving food benefits, California stepping up. Newsom fast-tracks $80 million to support food banks, deploys National Guard to help. This is what you should be using your people to do to help others, right? And then you have Governor Pritzker, and I want you to listen to what he has to say here.
The federal government has chosen to treat the people of this country as an adversary. It is pushing the boundaries of its authority, terrorizing our communities, and disregarding legal and moral accountability in the process. We will not meet intimidation with fear. We will meet it with truth. We can either let these abuses become our new normal and abandon the rule of law and our democratic values, or we can pursue real justice and accountability and transparency. We can do the work so those who break the law are held to account, so this chaos will stop, and so nothing like it ever happens again. Illinois is choosing our path, and I hope others who believe in the Constitution and the promise of America join us in doing so. The federal government has...
And it's important to show this stuff. It's important to have conversations, and we give each other strength. You know, when I see Governor Pritzker say, "Hey, right, we're gonna follow rule of law, the things that we worked hard to build. We're gonna follow the Constitution." It gives me the strength to keep going every day. That's why I said we give each other strength. So don't lose hope, guys. That there's more of us than there are of them. And when people realize, and they realize, you know, right, and this is the Trump administration, they realize that that's a sinking ship. You're basically on the Titanic right now, and Trump's going to get all the lifeboats for himself. Maybe he'll try to run to Argentina or whatever. But I'm telling you, for those kind of people, they're not going to let you on the lifeboat with them. They're in it for themselves. It is plainly obvious. And right now, there's a lot of Trump people that are blinded by greed, but there's a lot of people who are stepping down. They're just meaning that they're getting out, they're resigning, that they're not going to be part of it. And there's a lot of people who won't join. The last person we just talked about, Trump tried to add a racist person, you know, to his administration. A bunch of texts came out to the guys like, "Oh, I have a Nazi streak." Like, who says that? The Trump people say that, I guess you could say, but he's running out of people. He's running out of time. He's running out of cards. And I'm telling you that this I think right here is a turning point. Both the healthcare, the White House destruction. This is going to be a turning point. So that's my thoughts on this. I'd like to hear yours, and I'll catch you on the next video.